Hey guys, good morning, at least for the next 15 minutes. It's morning. I'm Sandy. I am the Sandy portion of Debbie Sandy Design Co. And thanks for jumping on with us today. When you jump on, please tell me hello and where you're watching from. If you see the big red live button right there, then you're catching me live. If it's no longer there, then you're catching the replay. Just comment replay. We're going to make an old looking toolbox this morning, and we're using Dollar Tree signs. So this is what we're starting with. Two of these that are kind of the tag shape, but I like the scalloped edge. And then I've already painted some. So I have, and I don't know if you can see it, it's barely visible, but these are the long like door hangers, and they were an Easter sign. All of these came from Dollar Tree, and that's what we're going to use to make our box. I also have just a scrap piece of wood, some Jenga blocks that I have glued to the corners, and a scrap dowel. That's what we're using for our handles. So I've got to get this one painted, and we're going to start putting it together. This is going to be quick and easy, and I think it's going to turn out really cute. The paint that I'm using today is Sweet Cream by Plaster Paint. It's just a real pretty, creamy white. Not exactly white, but somebody got onto me the other day for not wearing an apron while I was painting. You're going to see why, because it falls off. But I just need to get this covered. I'm not worried about it being completely covered because this is the side that we're going to use to face the inside. So it's probably going to be covered up with whatever I decide to store in my old toolbox. I remember my dad and my grandfather having these old wooden toolboxes, and now I'm kind of obsessed with them when I find them at yard sales and estate sales and things, because they are great for storage for just about anything. Now, most of the time when you find them, they're kind of grungy and greasy, and you do have to clean them up, but that's okay. They're worth it. And I'm just going to get this one covered, and we're going to set it aside. And we are going to start putting this together. And hopefully, if it doesn't take me too long to put it together, I'll let you see how I'm going to age it. I forgot to get a bucket of water. I'm going to send Mr. B out to get me a brush bucket because I'm going to need it. Okay, so that's one coat. You can still see through it just a little bit. Mostly what you're seeing is where it had the glitter that I sanded off, so it left it a little bit rough. I'm going to put that one right out there. Thank you. If I don't go ahead and put my brushes in my bucket with a little bit of water, I let them dry out, and that's not good. Okay, so I just took a scrap piece of wood, cut it down to the size that I needed. It's the same width as the tag signs, and it's the same length as the long signs. I need to get that out of my way before I stick my arm in it. And we're going to start by putting the sides on it, and then the long sides. And then we will come back and put the short sides and the handle, and then I'm going to age it a bit. So I'm just going to line this up and make sure that it lines up well. And it does. And I'm just doing this with hot glue. You could do it with wood glue and clamps if you wanted to. It helps when you can talk. But I'm using my favorite, y'all know my favorite, Gorilla Glue wood glue sticks. And I've made several things using them, and I have never had an issue. I also, as you know, have my lavender oil over here, in case I burn myself, because I am prone to that. I tell people the FBI could never find me because I've burned my fingerprints off so many times. If y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I glued it to my tablecloth. There we go. All right, now I'm just going to flip it around. And I'm not gluing around the bottom because this is just going to be decorative. Get my other one, figure out which side goes where. Get it all nicely lined up. I am thinking that I'm going to be using this in my kitchen mudroom to put herbs in and have like a little window herb garden. But you could use it to store your vegetables. It would be adorable in a bathroom to put soaps or washcloths or whatever you need just some extra storage for. And I can get one side, one end on, and then I'm going to have to dry this other side before I can put it on. So let me see how I can turn this around.
Rekindle Blessing said good morning, and then they said my daughter would love this.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for hopping on. Okay. Now make sure that I've got the correct side facing out and get it lined up, and that's almost perfect. This drives me crazy. Y'all, this is why I don't wear an apron. I also picked up some old L brackets that we took off some piece of furniture that we brought in, who knows, that I'm going to use just to give this a little bit more realistic look. Let's see if I can get some more glue on here. There we go. Get this lined up, and it's beginning to take shape. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 L brackets on this end. Give that a little bit more time to dry. So we save old hardware, so I just have 8, and you can see they have paint on them, and they're not pretty and shiny anymore. So I'm just going to put a couple of them on each corner just to dress it up a little bit.
Gina Oliviera said, I love to watch your creativeness. You're just awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. That's awfully sweet. Okay, so I'm putting it at the bottom and at the top because, in all honesty, I'm not really good at eyeballing, and they would all be wonky if I didn't. So that way I can keep them lined up.
Wendy Sjogren said, don't wear the apron. Don't let anyone change you. Be you.
Wendy, I thought I would be a good girl and try today. But it's just not going to work out.
Tammy Bach says, I used old dresser drawers to make additional paint storage yesterday, inspired by you.
Oh, thank you. And please send me pictures, please.
Kim Fuentes said, new from Alabama. You look so pretty today.
Thank you. And welcome. Alabama's not far from me. We're in Georgia. And y'all, if I get through this without burning myself, it may set a record. I feel like I'm hiding back here. That one does not want to stay.
And Wendy Shelburne followed up on her apron thing, said sometimes they're more of a hazard.
Yeah. I would not disagree with that.
Kim Fuentes said, "We're in Georgia."
We are in southeast. We're in Ryan. We're in Dodge County,
South Central.
South Central. We are just a little bit south of Eastman. We're in a teeny tiny town. Teeny. Make sure that one's going to fit. It is. I'm just going to have to hold it.
Barbara Luker said, "Good morning, Sandy. Cute idea."
Good morning, Miss Barbara.
Oh, Kim Fuentes said she's in Dothan.
In Dublin.
Dothan.
Dothan. Oh. I know where Dothan is. I'm just going to hold this one. So because these are old, sometimes they're a little bit bent. Okay. Oh, this is going to be cute. All right. I'm going to flip it around so y'all can see it. And get this other one put on. See how cute that is? But wait, there's more.
A few minutes ago, Debbie Stoltenberg said, "I thought it was a cemetery. I just hopped on." LOL.
Hey, these would be good headstones for Halloween. When I find a shape of sign at Dollar Tree that I particularly like, I will get 5 or 6 of them. Hang on, I got to get my heat gun. Sorry, there's going to be a little bit of noise for just a second. When I find shapes that I like, I'll get several and put them back. I have a tote close to full. And that way when there's something that I need to create, I can just go in there and pull whatever I need. Because y'all know with Dollar Tree, sometimes they don't bring those shapes back, which is slightly irritating.
Rebecca Main said, "Hello, Sandy. I'm proud you two made it to 7,500.
Hello, Rebecca. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without y'all. And you will never know what that means to this little old lady.
Tony McGee said, "Hey, Sandy."
Hey, Miss Tony. We were talking about you a minute ago. Were your ears burning?
Sherry Wilson said, "So enjoyed last evening, Debbie, Sandy, and Tracy, and 7,500.
Wasn't that fun? I love Tracy, and she is so creative.
Amber and Kim Fuentes said, "Congratulations."
Thank you very much. So join us tonight at 6. If you are on the Craft Around the Clock page, then jump over to the Debbie Sandy Design Co. page, because we're going to do a celebration, and we're going to find out who wins the giant box. The giant box. Mr. B is going to be spinning for the winner.
Brenda Pepper said, "Good morning, congratulations."
Hi, Miss Aunt Brenda. Thank you. This one's a little bent too.
Rebecca Main said, "It was a blast watching you three last night."
We have so much fun doing that. if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, Debbie and I do a weekly series on Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock Eastern. This one's meant as well, so I'm trying to figure out where it's going to fit the best. Where it's Debbie and myself, and then each week we have a special guest that is our craft crush. And we spend an hour and a half just chatting and crafting and laughing, and that way you get to see who we are crushing on at the moment, and you get to know them in a little different way than you get to know just on their lives. We have a blast when we do that.
Stella Oliver said, hello, Stella from Kentucky, shared.
Hey, Miss Stella, and thank you for the share. That always helps us out.
B. Walker Mead said, this is better than television.
Thank you. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Rekindle Blessings said, I'm going to give you a big shout out on my page. I'm going to ask my friends to come and join you. I love your page.
Thank you. That that means the world to me. I'm trying not to hit my microphone. You just made my day. Okay, so we're going to use the dowel, and I'm going to have to stand up to do this. Y'all are going to have to forgive me. I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to glue it on, but I've already pre-drilled some little holes in the end, and I've got some little screws and washers over here that we're going to use. It'll help keep it together, but I also want that look because I want kind of a rustic look. But I think I need to stain this first, or maybe not. No, I can do it after I get it on because I'm using stain to age it. Okay, Mr. B gave me the yes. I can do that. Alright, so forgive me for just a minute. You have to look at my tummy.
Tammy Box said, Craft Crush Night is so much fun.
Thank you.
And then Patsy Smith said, Debbie, the prober, did an excellent job getting Tracy to chat. You gals were great.
Listen, I'm not joking when I say if you've got a secret that you don't want anybody to know, stay away from Debbie. There is something about her that as soon as you get around her, you just want to tell her your whole life story.
Beth Bristol Sapo said, watching you ladies and Tracy last night was so much fun. I had to join you and Debbie. I hope you hit your goal. Oh, I'm a newbie.
Well, welcome. We did hit our goal, and we appreciate you so much.
Rebecca Main asked, what are you making?
I am making a knockoff of one of the old carpenter boxes. I remember my dad and my grandfather used to have these that they kept their tools in. And I want to use this in my kitchen / mudroom. And I think I'm going to put some herbs in it, like a little herb garden. If you have a patio area with a barbecue, wouldn't this be cute to keep your barbecue tools in? And I say that because my husband is a barbecue extraordinaire, and his stuff ends up everywhere. Okay, so I just have, and these are mismatched, a little brass screw and a little silver washer. And I'm not sure that I got that straight, but we're going to go with it. We're going to pretend. see if I can get it screwed in.
And I missed who it was, but someone a few minutes ago said that would be great to garden with.
It would be a great place to keep your tools. If I was going to keep this outside, I would certainly use wood glue. And y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do the screws and the washers when we finish, when I can set it up on its end.
Easier.
Yep.
Kim Fuentes said, came on late. What did you use for the sides and bottom?
I used Dollar Tree signs. So these are the door signs that are kind of shaped like tags. Let's see if I can hold it up. And then for the short sides, it's the long, thin door signs from Dollar Tree. For the bottom, I just used scrap wood and a couple of the Jenga blocks on the corners, so I had something to glue to start. And now I'm just going to use it. Y'all have seen me use this. My favorite General Finishes water-based stain in antique brown. And I'm going to use just a sponge brush. And we're going to age it a little bit, because it's a little too pretty and white. I absolutely love this General Finishes stain. I'm going to start out by just hitting the edges.
Brenda Gorman said, she's watching from Kansas. Good morning. It's 10 degrees, but the sun is shining.
Ooh, 10 degrees.
Gina Oliviera said, missed it, or using Jenga blocks, but I think you just said that, didn't you?
Uh-huh. I used Jenga blocks on the corners, so I would have something to glue to. The L brackets that you see on the ends are just decorative. They're just hot glued on. And now I am just using a little bit of water-based stain to go around the edges and age it, and I'm just wiping down a little bit so it's going to look like it's worn a little bit. Because y'all know I love me some rusty crusty. I want it to look like the paint is wearing off.
Tammy Box said that would be cute in craft room to hold jars, or with jars to hold brushes, markers, etc.
It would be. There is so much, I'm going to turn this off, that you could do with just a box. You know, I made this table. I've still got to paint it. That's why y'all haven't seen a picture of it yet. Because it's bigger than my other table was. It's still not big enough.
Tony McGee said it's 35 degrees here in my northeast Oklahoma town, but I think the wind chill makes it 15.
So we moved to Georgia from New Mexico, and y'all, people make fun of people in the South for talking about the humidity. It's true, and it works for warm as well as cold. The humidity makes it, it amplifies it.
Wendy Shogren said, Rusty and Crusty is a musty.
Yes. Can I use that? Can I have that on a t-shirt?
And Kim Fuentes said, I have several totes full of Dollar Tree signs now. Gonna go out and now I'm inspired to go out and get them and make a toolbox.
Good. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the handle with a little bit of stain while it's facing me. And this was, I don't even know what size dowel this was. It was just a scrap piece of wood that we had laying around. I like to use up everything. You know, I tell y'all all the time, don't throw anything away, which is probably not good advice. Because there are days I think I could be on that TV show Hoarders. But I use all the stuff.
Rebecca Main said, "That's so cool. I'll have to make a small version for my heat and glue tool."
Ooh, good idea.
Sherry Allen said, "Hi Sandy, it was so awesome meeting you last night."
Hi Sherry, it was. We so enjoyed that. I hope you will come back. I'm trying to think, who do we have this week? Oh, we have Angela with Pepper Rock Scissors this week. And she is really cool and she's so cute. I just have one of those canvas boards laying here that I'm offloading my sponge brush on. I like to use stain, kind of like you would paint. I use this stain a lot of times to create a rusted look. And all I'm doing is just dragging it down so this will look nice and worn.
Carol Pork said, "Congratulations on your 7,500.
Thank you. I hope y'all will come back tonight at 6 and join the fun. Let me tell you, y'all have earned a party.
Tony said Angela will be a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Angela is a hoot. And Angela is super, super talented at staging. Which is something that I don't think I am.
Wendy Shogren said, "I'll be there tonight with my address ready to send. LOL."
Good. Everybody have your address ready to send. Because we don't know who it's going to be. We're just going to have Mr. B spin the wheel, so to speak.
Tammy Box said, "Wouldn't miss it tonight." Sharon Coffin Boss said, "I'll be there at 6. Carol Bork said, "Love a good party. I hope Debbie makes her Oreo balls."
Hey, you and me both. Those things are so good. I told y'all about, she brought me some, and when she was down here one Tuesday, and she got home and called me and said, "Did you try them? What did you think?" And I said, "Try them, they're gone."
Brenda Pepper said, "So proud of Angela. She and Mama Pepper are coming to see me next week. We'll be making an adorable Easter craft."
Oh, good. Aunt Brenda, please be sure that she lets me know when, because I want to watch that. Is Mama Pepper actually going to be on camera this time? Because the last time I watched, she was hiding.
Rebecca Main said, too bad you didn't have a box to put all the names in and have Mr. B pick a name.
That would be 7,500 names. I don't want to write that many. I don't want to cut that many out.
Wendy said, Mr. B will see my name pop up and then go to the next name. LOL.
Okay. What do we think? Let me get this turned around where y'all can see. Okay, so see how we aged the side so it looked like the paint was kind of wearing off? And on the ends. And I have one streak on the dowel underneath that I missed. Listen, when I paint furniture, it never fails. Ever. I always forget to paint the inside of one back leg. I don't know why. But I will think, oh, I'm finished. I can take pictures. It's ready. No.
Tammy Bach and Rebecca Main both said they loved it.
Thank you, guys. This one was fun and really, really easy. I like easy. And you could do it, I mean, if you didn't want one this big or this long, then just cut these in half. They're just like hard cardboard, so they'd be really easy to cut. I wanted one that was super long. I'm glad that we decided to do the little L brackets because I think that makes it look more realistic. I didn't worry about taking care of the bottom because if I'm going to put plants in there, I'm going to cover that with some sort of plastic anyway.
Carol Bork said, just by looking, is this $4 Tree Signs, plywood bottom, and a dowel?
Yep. You are good. That's what it is. You could use the ones that are just the more straight-sided tag shapes. I like these because of the scallops, because I wanted it to look a little bit feminine, but I still wanted the look of an old toolbox. So there you have it. Seriously, that simple and easy. I used hot glue. If you're going to put this outside, I would suggest using wood glue. I like Titan Bond Quick and Thick because I don't like to sit around and wait. But the Gorilla Glue wood glue sticks do just fine. Did you have something else?
Carol Cersei said, are you putting real plants in it? If so, what will you line it with?
Carol, I am. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably just going to line it with some garbage bags. I'll put my plants in and then put moss around them to cover up their pots. But I could use this on the patio to put barbecue tools in. You could use it in your craft room for brushes if you have as many brushes as I do, or to store paint or anything in. All right, I hope y'all will come back at 6 and join the celebration. Until then, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and we'll see you later. Have a great day.